Well, Governor Brian Kemp today announcing a new way for families to pay for private schools here in Georgia.
Now, Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon is live for us at the state capitol. And Doug, this goes hand in hand with the existing school voucher program we already have.
Yeah, it sure does, guys. That one is state funded. This federally funded program essentially allows everyday people, regular Georgians, to make what are basically donations to school choice and then write it off later come tax time.
Happened today. All I had to do was sign an IRS form. That's probably the happiest I've ever been signing an IRS document.
Governor Brian Kemp announcing he's opting Georgia into a new tax credit baked into the big, beautiful bill passed by Congress this summer. It's a dollar for dollar match up to $1,700. People can make what are essentially donations and write the money off later. In essence, it's a privately funded voucher program.
And just as we trust Georgians know best how to spend their tax dollars, we also trust families to make the best decisions for their child's education.
The donations will be available to families making 300% below their area's median income. Decisions on who gets them will be made by Georgia's existing scholarship organization. Georgia already has a similar state program and the Promise Scholarship, which is state funded and provides families in low-tier school districts $6,500 for private or homeschooling.
Anything that takes money out of our public schools or anything that's not adding more money into our public schools fundamentally is not helpful. Democratic
State Senator Kim Jackson says the state needs to focus less on shuffling students out of public schools and more on investing in them.
Parents of children who are really suffering, who are in significantly low income areas, they do not have expendable income to be able to send their kids to private school. So we need to take those dollars and invest them into the public schools where those kids are zoned for.
And while Governor Kemp opted the state into the program today, they will not actually start accepting those donations until January of 2027. At the state capitol, Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.